Do you have an update on Phil?
I'm going to update all our injuries, and so you guys don't have to rapid fire on the individuals you want to talk about. Phil Kessel will play tonight. Colton Orr had a procedure on his elbow. He will not play. He's got a bursa sac issue. Tyler Bozak has had an MRI and has a oblique strain, so he will be out an extended period of time.
Randy, this team's basically already 24/7, but with the HBO crew coming in, any concerns on your end, especially with the team struggling right now?
There's always concerns when you're not playing well. You got to play well. You got to play better, and because HBO is here, it does not affect our approach. Obviously, there's going to be more scrutiny paid to it. As I indicated yesterday, there's cameras watching cameras here. So they're here to, I guess, expose what goes on inside the room, and there'll be some things that they'll get and some things they don't get.
Randy, we hear a lot about the skill that Phil Kessel has, but is enough said about the durability he has? I mean, everybody goes through injuries, but here's a guy that, since he came off his initial injury as a Maple Leaf, hasn't missed a game. I mean, you don't see that very often.
No, again, that's tribute to the player, and he finds ways to get through the game and get through the practice and get himself ready for the the rigors of playing an NHL season. And those are things that we'd like every player on our team. It's very frustrating and disappointing that we're going through the rash of injuries that we are now, but it's really not time to talk about the injured players. It's time to talk about the players that we have in our lineup. There's opportunities made available. Our expectations for the group that we have available to us is where our focus should be, not on the people that are not in the lineup.
How much of a strain do you think, though, it is on those guys, particularly missing Bond and Bozak for long periods of time at centers?
I guess, if you look at it, there's a strain on Trevor Smith. Did we ever think that Trevor Smith was going to be the guy that he has been for our hockey club this year? That's a positive. Now we have an opportunity for Peter Holland to step in our lineup and play, possibly a more offensive role. Nazem Kadri now has an opportunity to step up and play with Phil Kessel and James Van Riemsdyk. Those are things that the way we have to shift it is the focus has to go on the players that are playing, not the players that aren't playing, and we can't change that. And that's our job, and that's our mandate for our coaching staff, is to focus on the things that we have control over, and that's what we have control over. We don't have control over the people that aren't available to us.
Two more guys, if there are any. Actually, I could ask you a question about a guy who is out. How concerned are you about?
I just said we were going to talk about people that are in the lineup versus people that are out of the lineup, and which word didn't you guys understand? You want to go?
No, yeah. How concerned are you about, because you want to get Joffrey Hubel back in your lineup with these injuries, about him not rushing back from an injury like a groin injury? That
we treat every player basically the same thing. Is we take him medically to a point where he indicates to our medical people that the time frame that has been put in place has elapsed. The player practices with our hockey club, and then ultimately he says when he's available to us that he can play. That's his decision. The time frame and the medical people do their job, and then it's up to the individual player to say, yes, I can play. Jerry D'Amigo will be an option for us tonight. Okay.